Okay, John. Welcome to Change Starts With Us. This is another episode. We've been doing it for about 2 months now.
Thank you.
I know you have gone up in front of the Pro Board numerous times, I'm sure.
Yeah, 7 or 8 times now.
Right.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Why don't you share a little bit of some of your experiences going up in front of the Pro Board?
Well, needless to say, every time I do go see him, it's really nerve-wracking and, really hopeful at the same time. But in the back of my mind, it's always, even though I do have a little bit of hope, it's always, I'm expecting the worst.
I think, yeah. I mean,
We know what
yeah.
to expect.
Yeah, I was saying it has always been plan for the worst, but hope for the best.
Yeah,
And
that's the same we have
yeah.
here in the prison.
That's never going to change. I remember going up in front of the Pro Board, the same despair. What were some of the questions the Pro Board members asked you, if you can remember?
Some of the expectations, you say?
Some of the questions that the Pro Board asked you.
Okay. Really, what they do is the first thing they want to do is the main thing they want to concentrate on is your case. Rehash your case over and over and over. Whether you've accepted responsibility or not. I mean, that's the ultimate goal for them is to see how if you accept the responsibility for what you did and your level of remorse, the sincerity and all that.
Yeah. How long have you been locked up for?
Throughout the whole time, I've done 35 plus years on a 15 life.
Yeah. So you were locked up when Margaret G. Was the chair, Gloria Andrews, the evil one, Cynthia Mauser, and so forth. Yeah. So, I have not really seen any changes with the Pro Board. We're always hoping, and the jury's out on this new director. I'm not sure exactly if she's going to follow through with what she claimed, or if it's going to be another smoke job.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, it's administrative changes. It's just superficial at best, and just to pacify this other woman, Smith, another lady that quit the Pro Board here recently in protest of how the corruption that she's seen since she's been in there for 3 years.
Right.
And she quit I think it was $100,000 a year job.
Yeah, but it was but all she was trying to do is win for mayor of South Euclid, which she lost. She was one of the biggest problems when she was a Pro Board member.
Yeah.
I mean, she was not innocent, but she knew she needed the black vote in South Euclid, so she came out and said all that, and now she won't lift a finger.
Yeah, she might have been reacting out of, jealousy or petty infighting amongst the group or whatever, because that's known to happen in bureaucracies like that. But it's hard to say. At least it did shine some light on the fact that there is corruption and, just unwillingness to do the right thing when it comes to a lot of us overall prisoners.
Right. I think I was sharing with you the other day that the Pro Board chair this coming week is going to be her last week before she retires. They did appoint a new chair. I can't remember their name, but they also added, I think, 2 new board members. Ron Nelson retired. Another one's supposed to retire in June, which we're thinking it's going to be Houck, but we don't have any evidence yet.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I hope so. I mean, I look forward to it. I tried my best in here. I've not been no angel. I can guarantee you that. But I haven't demonstrated no violence and no violent behaviors. I go to school. I've got many certificates and awards testing to my.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Willingness to change my way of thinking and do what I can to best I can to atone for what I'm in here for.
Right. Share a little bit on how the pro board acted towards your programming, or what was some of the questions regarding programming.
Well, they was pretty. They recognized what I've done so far, but my last couple of times that I've seen them, honestly, the most they've said what they've even put on paper is the fact that my parole plans aren't strong enough, where I need to find a stable environment to go to. I mean, that's mainly the main reasons the last couple of times they flopped me. But it seems to me, guys like me that's been down all this time, they should help me find a place to go to. I don't have the resources and the connections to find a halfway house and all that.
Yeah, we'll help you with that when the time comes, but your case manager still has to do her job.
Yeah.
And that's one of the policies that the director was changing was.
They have to give us a parole first, and then we can get it. These halfway houses don't want to commit to a placement unless they know we've been actually granted a parole
Yeah.
to begin with.
And the thing is, the DRC won't grant you a parole if you do not have a place in set.
No.
So.
No. So it's a catch-22 thing for us.
Right.
Most of our families have passed away, us long-term prisoners. No matter how well-adjusted, and accomplishments we get, it's just never enough.
Right. I have a friend that's been down just about as long as you. He's on his 31st year on a 15 to life for a crime he did not commit. Now we understand some people are guilty and some are not, but what is enough time, do you feel?
Well, that's a subjective question there. I mean, obviously, I think for myself is I've done enough time. I mean, I've proved that I can adjust and stay out of trouble and
right.
Change my way of thinking to the point where I've accomplished a lot since I've been down.
Well, let me answer that question for you. You're supposed to be released really after your minimum, as long as you're not.
Oh yeah. By law,
right.
It should be once we've done our minimum. By law, that we should be seriously considered to be released unless it's proven that we're not suitable.
Right.
I mean, by serious infractions of the prison rules.
Right. It's not a law, but yeah.
Do whatever they want and still go home.
Right.
It's a catch-22 for us.
Right. So all you can keep doing is keep taking programs. Sometimes you're going to have to take them 2, 3, 4 times because you run out of programs eventually to take.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I still remain hopeful, and because other people, some of them that gets out you would never expect, but so that gives us all hope still. Me, I'm always remain hopeful.
And you have to.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yes, you have. Yeah, you have to remain hopeful, lest there's no sense in any of it.
With respect through maybe legislative changes sometime this year. And again, I see the parole board again this year in August, I think it is. So I've been steady, staying out of trouble and doing everything, going to college and trying to prove to these people that I'm no longer a threat to society. I mean, I don't drink no more. I don't do drugs. I get along with people. I don't. What else I can do? I mean, way past my minimum, over double my minimum. I just don't think, personally, I don't consider myself justifiably denied for parole.
Right, and we understand, especially the older law inmates, is that the older they get, they start losing family members.
I've lost all my family members. I just lost my dad last year.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Family, really.
Right, and for some people, the family just gave up because they were tired of waiting. Because it's hard on the family as well, because they want their kid home or their husband home or whoever it may be.
Yeah, and every time we go up, they're expecting, my family, my loved one's going to come out this time, and it's always, actually, it's more of a devastation to them in many instances than it is for us, because we're so used to it, and they hold greater hope of our release. And when we get denied again, it's just as devastating for them as it is for us.
Right.
And that's what I hate the most.
I think you guys have a lot of good people that's fighting for you guys, people that don't judge anyone for their past. I won't work with anybody that sits there and judges anyone, because I don't like being judged, and that's came hard on me the last year. So, we got to pull together. We got to convince even society that you guys deserve a hand, that you guys deserve employment, housing.
On a national level, too, and more reform, parole reform is taking off on a national level as well, too.
That's one thing I got to give Donald Trump a lot of credit in on the First Chance Act.
Yeah.
That's helped the states follow suit.
Yeah.
So I take the good things some of the good things he's doing that helps our cause. Another.
There's a lot of good momentum in the reforms going on right now, and that's another reason why I stay hopeful that there.
Right. Well,
you have 1 minute remaining.
Hey, why don't you call back, okay?
Okay, I will.
Okay.
I'm going to do that right now. I'll holler at you in a minute.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Okay. I have known John for many years. He's been on, 31, 32 years, just like my friend John that should have been home. There's really no excuse to keep these people locked up, costing the taxpayers millions of dollars due to medical, whatever the cost is for these old law inmates. As they get older, they start losing their family members, and then they lose their family support. And some family members just gave up because it's really tough sitting there waiting for your loved one to come home, and if they're going to come home. We know when it says life, the parole board made a comment to me one time, it means life sometimes. I don't necessarily agree with them, because if they're getting 15 to life, they should be released after 15 as long as their conduct is up to par and they have been taking programs, they are bettering themselves. And really, for some of them, they need to continue the programming when they get on the street, especially if you're drug related or sex related.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to
John
monitoring
Saylers,
and
folks.
recording. Thank you for using GTL.
Okay, John.
Yeah.
You're back on.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Another thing I wanted to mention a lot of us old law prisoners is getting up there in age, and it's been we're going through health issues, and we're really starting to be a burden on the taxpayers as well. I mean, for no justifiable reason, they're paying more and more money to keep us locked up and out of the way for nothing, really. I mean, I got to go for open heart surgery here next couple of weeks.
All right, so
That's
folks,
just the beginning of some of my health problems.
yeah. At the end, we're going to have you give your full name and your ID number in case if people want to J-pay you or write you a letter, and just encourage you. Especially with him having surgery, folks, we need to keep him in prayer. I went through the same surgery when I was out here, and in there you don't always get the proper medical care. So
in a way, I'm fortunate that I'm getting it in here because if I was out there on the street, I couldn't afford it.
No.
And I gotta say, a lot of people complain about the health care in here. I've had excellent health care since I've been down. I cannot complain about that. The food, the health care, and all that, I cannot complain about.
Yeah. Well, how about the?
As long as you're respectful to them.
Yeah.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I know you can't say that about the food. So, yeah, I know you're not saying that about the food.
What's that?
I know you're not saying you guys get the best food there.
About the food?
Yeah.
I like it. It's kept me going for the last 35 years.
Yeah, well, the food, since I got out, the food's 10 times worse.
Yeah. I just eat a lot of vegetables. I try to trade off what I don't like for a lot of vegetables. A lot of guys don't like them, so it keeps me pretty low.
Well, let's talk a little bit on from the beginning of your sentence to now. How have you changed as a person?
Well, with age, I've been slowed down a lot. I mean, I admit, when I first come down, I was pretty wild. I was young, and the environment that I was in, Lucasville, the state's only maximum security prison, it was pretty wild, and it was something you had to engage in just to survive a lot of times.
That's true. I remember those days.
Protecting yourself.
Right.
Not that I'd have violence on my record, but there's things that you gotta be mentally tough as well as physically. Nowadays, fortunately, I'm in an environment where I can concentrate more on school and programs and things of that such. I like to stay in touch with people on the street too, so I do a lot of writing and emailing on my email thing, my JPEG. So that's a blessing to me. I got a little tablet that keeps me busy, a few games and songs on there.
That's awesome, but you're only as good as you're willing to change. I've seen guys that all they do is play cards, go outside and exercise, but never worry about taking programming. Then they think that they automatically should get a pro. I agree most of the time, but you have to prove to the pro board that you're ready to leave.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can go just mush make and go through the chain steps, and it really doesn't mean nothing. But they know who's really serious about their programming and the way their mindsets changed. And there's more people than not that deserve to be us old law deserve to be unloose right now. They know that.
Right, how old are you, John?
What's that?
How old are you?
I'm 55.
This Correctional Facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I'll be 56 in January, well, this month on the 28th.
You're still a kid.
With
Yeah.
that,
You're still a kid to me. I'm actually 2 years older. So I was 17 when I got locked up.
I'm still pretty healthy, but I've got a few things that major, like the heart valve that I got to get replaced here probably in the next couple weeks to a month. They'll have me up out of here for that.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm so blessed.
Yeah, stay away from the soups. I mean the salt packets in the soups.
This phone's acting up a little bit, James. I don't know if it's on my end or yours.
It might be on mine because I got you on loudspeaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're trying to do a campaign on registering ex-offenders to vote so that we can start getting our people in office.
Yeah.
Why don't you share with the people what is the most important thing that you guys need from society? Like I'm believing on you guys, housing, whatever you guys need when you get out.
Oh, with respect to our pending release, I guess right now it is housing. It's stable environment to be paroled to. That's the main thing that they're looking for from us old long prisoners. A lot of guys get turned down just because most of our people, our families passed on, and we don't have any place to go to. I mean, we've been locked up so long. That's the main thing. But another main thing is for just moral support. People to let us know that they're thinking about us, and
Yeah. A good idea, that I tell the men and women all the time is find 5 men or women, depending what sex you are, as your support team, people that you can call any time of day or night.
Yeah.
Because
right now, your efforts to help us and advocate for us means a lot to not only myself, but a lot of these guys in here that I keep it with. So I just want you to know that personally.
My friend who was my treasurer under Fair Treatment Reform, she's continuing with the bill. I'm staying out of the State House temporarily because of the media, knowing I still talk to a lot of people up there, but I'm not willing to destroy the bill by showing up. So that's my main priority right now, is to get that bill passed. I mean, personally, I'm hoping to get a parole before then.
Before the year's up?
Yeah, I'm hoping you do at your next hearing.
Yeah.
I think you got a shot at it.
I think so too. Honestly, I think the next time I see it this year, then I will get a parole if I have a stable environment that I can, like a halfway house or something like that I could appeal to and get affirmation that they will accept me before I go up.
Well, if you get sent to the full board, I'll go on your behalf if you would like.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Cool. That I believe that's 90% of my battle right now is that an assurance for them that I do have somewhere that I can go to and where they can feel comfortable about just not dumping me on the street for my sake as well as anybody else, I guess.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
But regardless, I think you're strong enough to make it. You've been locked up. Yeah, you've been locked up long enough. If you had to go to a shelter, I would do that. And just think of your actions. go to a shelter if you had to. But let's work on finding you some type of halfway house before you get, before you get released. Maybe we could get a commitment from Elvis House, the exit program, or well, in Columbus it would be Elvis House or the exit program.
And I just wanted to mention I do have some financial resources that I can contribute to that as well. I mean, I've got my stepmother out there that's willing to help me with that. She's already assured me of that.
While you're on parole and you're in a halfway house, the state's obligated to cover it.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to let that be known. I do have a little bit of resources that I can contribute to that cause.
Yeah, you'll probably need that after you get out. I don't know if you're going to look for work or if you'll be in the condition. You have to see how your heart is.
I'm pretty well healthy enough to go to work, and that's what I'd really like to do. I've got still got some good health in me, and I've been taking college classes in here, and I'd really like to get some type of job within the agricultural industry.
That's my degree in college too. So
What's that?
my degree in college was biology, which was agricultural technical.
Oh yeah, that sounds interesting there.
Yeah. Why don't?
That's what mine is.
Right. Why don't you give your contact information, your full name, your ID number if they want to correspond to you on JPay, and your mailing address as well?
Okay. My name is John Salyers. S-A-L.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Last name is Salyers. S-A-L-Y-E-R-S. My prison number is 185067. And I'm at Southeastern Correctional Facility. That's P.O. Box. That's 5900 B.I.S. Road, Lancaster, Ohio, 43130.
Yeah. That camp used to be called the Baby Lucasville years ago.
Yeah, BIS. That's what the Boys Industrial School. That's what the BIS road stands for.
Right.
And I can be looked up on through JPay. I think they go to jpay.com, and we all have email addresses on there where we can email back and forth to people, send pictures and letters and things of that sort. That really means a lot to me. I mean, I get up in the morning, and since I've been down, I've pretty well got the hang of my tablet. This little Android tablet that they sell us here, and most of these guys come to me for tech support, and I'm happy to help them with that too. Inmates in here.
Yeah, that means I'm going to have to come to you. Yeah.
I really would like to learn a lot more about internet technology and all that as well.
Well, I'm using my desktop, my tablet, and my phone.
Minute remaining.
I'm using desktop, the tablet, and the phone to video this.
Yeah. We can do the videos too. Did you need me to call back, James?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I can call back one more time.
Okay, that sounds good, bro.
All right,
Okay.
man, I'll be right back.
Okay, thanks. These people are leaving their prison numbers and their JPay information and their mailing address. Please encourage them, write them, and tell them you care. Like this gentleman, he's going to need help with housing, employment. He's been down 32 years. He lost his whole family since he's been down. The older the inmate gets, especially those under the old law, they start losing family members, like I said earlier, or family members are getting tired of waiting, so they go their own way. We need to stick up for these guys, and really assist them. But more than anything, we need to be their friends, their mentors, and we need to show compassion and not judge others. I never like being judged, and I know other people don't like it. If we don't like something, why would we do the same to someone else? But he's very interesting on his on some of the things he has done. He's going to have open heart surgery like I did, but I think his is a valve. Well, here he is again.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using GTL.
Okay, brother.
Yeah.
Why don't you share a little bit about your stay out plan? Not necessarily a get out plan, but your stay out plan.
Oh, okay. Well, mainly I'm going to, first and foremost, go see my parole board officer as soon as possible and find out what type of program he's got for me to abide by. And the next is to get a job, get a good job, which I feel I won't have no problem with it. And maybe do, in the meantime, if I can't find one, I'll just do some type of volunteer work, especially for one of the advocacy organizations for us prisoners coming out. But hard work and dedication to helping others is what my main goal is. And for myself, it's going to be to have a little garden and have a nice little apartment and spend most of my time trying to beautify and build up with a little bit of a. This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored. A nice garden, keep my living arrangement around me clean and, healthy and stay away from alcohol. That's my main thing there. I have no desire to be drinking anymore.
What are you gonna? What are you gonna do when What are you gonna do when the temptation arises?
Oh, there's always going to be temptations. I know that. I just I'm looking for friends, for help. My positive people that I know that truly care about me, and I'll probably be dependent on them for a lot of that at first,
That's important. I did the same thing as you did. That you're planning. I did the same thing about depending on other people that I could call when I needed to, because it's scary when you get released after you do 25, 30, 35 years or longer. It's scary.
This phone keeps messing up again, James. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did the same thing as you're talking about. I had a strong support team. And it's really scary when you first get out of prison.
Oh, I can imagine. It's kind of scary. I mean, just thinking about it's kind of scary. But I just, I've got the will to succeed. No matter what I got to do, I don't care if I've got to, be a hermit or whatever. I mean, I'm sure I'm not going to have to go to that extreme, but I'm going to always have good positive thoughts and concentrate more on others than myself. And that's helped me. That same attitude in here has helped me to do pretty good. If I concentrate on others more than myself, then I'm not talking about ripping my heart out of my chest or nothing like that. But if I'm busy doing it for others, then good's going to come back to me one way or another.
That's very true, brother. Very true.
Yeah. And accept people for who who they are, what they are, and you know, we're all the same, really. I mean, I have no hang-ups about race or religion, or I love diversity. I love to learn and meet people, and even though at first I'm kind of shy, but you know, I'm pretty open and open-minded person.
Right. I think you guys have pretty much started accepting people of all the different races. I remember back in, I think it was 93, you used to have one line black, one line white, and then up at Ross, they split it up where it was one white, one black. At first, we had a lot of fights. Yeah, but
sometimes they do that to try to pit us against each other. They call that racial balancing.
Right.
But they don't really concentrate on too much of that anymore because you know it's too dangerous of a. I mean, you know, they keep it fair now. They do it a little bit, but as far as trying to pit each other against each other like that here, I think they don't get they don't do that.
Right.
But other places I've seen that they you know, that's.
Have you been following the Mississippi crisis out there with the prisons?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Some social activists, some celebrities out there has been putting the spotlight on the living conditions on the prisons
Right.
out there.
We've been part of that as well with the phone calls and so forth. But if you would have seen the inside of those prisons, the Ohio prisons look like
a originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
The Ohio prisons look like the Hyatt Hotel compared to them. I mean, it was so bad.
Yeah, I know. Ohio, I've got to admit that our living conditions, the physical conditions of the prisons are pretty well. I mean, there's certain things that, you know, become an issue once in a while, like how many bathrooms that we got to use per capita of inmates and all that. But other than that, you know, I think it's pretty well tolerable for us, you know.
Right. Well,
privacy thing with respect to the showers and the bathrooms and all that, they really stepped it up on that through the legislation, what's called PREA, prison. I mean, what's that PREA stand for?
Prison rape, rape elimination act or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right.
They've done a lot. That legislative action there has caused a lot of change in prisons for the best, for the good. I mean, back in the day, I'm not transgender, but gender nonconformist and bisexual, and I used to face a lot of discrimination and games put by not the inmates per se, but the staff. And since that PREA law has been enacted, that's changed a lot for the better. They respect people like that more and treat us more with dignity and respect. Right. So and that's another reason why I remain hopeful with the parole legislation that I keep hearing about, you know. That if they can do that for the federal, then they can do that for us, you know, just on the parole side. I mean, I don't expect that we all they should just open the door, let everybody out, or nothing like that. But if they're always saying it's a court of law, not a court of public opinion and all that. They don't even go by their own laws with respect to keeping it fair, keeping it just, you know.
You're correct. You know, but that's why it takes so many people out here, churches of all religions, people of all different races and genders, to work for one common goal: equality.
Yeah, just like the Civil Rights Act.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm very appreciative of any kind of help or any kind of kindness that's shown to me or given to me one way or another, even if it's a smile and a good morning or one of these guys in here. I really appreciate things like that, and I will go out of my way to afford others the same kindness. And it does more for me than it does for them, I guess. I would hope. It feels like it anyway.
Have you been following on roughly how many people have been getting paroles up there?
No, not really. I mean, I hear here and there people getting paid, like some of these old laws, after like 35 years or whatever, or 15 life. But, you know, I can't see it, so it's kind of hard to believe.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I can't see these guys.
I think all that's going to be changing, though, in the future.
Yeah, I believe so too. I mean, you know, I've got to remain hopeful and positive. And some people I know look around and see a lot of guys that's been down as long as I have, and it's easy for them to become bitter and resentful, and you know, it breaks them down. I refuse to do that.
Right. Well,
physically and mentally and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell your friends to have their families watch our YouTubes on James Cronenberger and our podcast on Anchor. Change starts with us.
What's that?
Have your friends up there tell their families to watch our videos on James Cronenberger YouTube and on our podcasts on Anchor. Change starts with us.
Change starts with us and James Cronenberg YouTube.
Right, and then the podcast is on Anchor.
Okay. Hashtag what?
I said our podcast, POD.
Podcast?
Yeah, it's on Anchor, and we get quite a few views on that.
Okay, cool. If there's anything else that I can do to contribute to, the cause, as far as you're helping you people advocate for us, then you let me know, and I'll try my best to.
Yeah. See if you could get the people in the art program to donate artwork for a raffle.
Artwork?
Yes, for a raffle.
Okay. Yeah, I've recently got the blog thing on my JPay too, and I think I did one introductory thing, and I'm gonna start putting some more writing on there too as well.
Okay, that's with Epic, my old group, which is very important to assist them as well. But if we could get artwork donated to our organization, we could raffle off so we can have the money to really fight for you guys.
Okay. I'll do that. If I get it, I'm going to start trying to get that and sending it to you then, okay?
Yes. When you have some, let me know. I'll give you the address.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And if anything, I don't care what religion anybody is up there, but have them pray for us in their own religion.
Yeah.
Because
you have 1 minute remaining.
Okay, you got 1 minute for your final words.
I thank you, brother. I thank you for your concern, your kindness, and your genuine heart hard work at helping not only myself, but all of us other old prisoners. You know, I can't thank you enough.
Well, brother, keep in touch with us. Give me a call every couple of weeks, and I'm always here for you.
All right, then. You take care as well, man. You take care of yourself. Don't overdo things, and know that you're in my thoughts and prayers. And
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
enjoy our association very much. I value that very much.
Okay, brother.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Thanks.
I've known him for some time, and he's a person, in my opinion, that should be home, along with, like I said earlier, my friend John Peters, Peter Kenny, who's in Youngstown, Bobby Joe's husband, I forget what his name is, Accra, Michelle Schummel's boyfriend. These people have done so much time that they need to be home. And remember to support the EPIC organization. That was the former Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry. Terry Croson is heading that into the right direction on the bill. So please support them as well. We need to get that bill passed. Have a great day, and thank you for joining Change Starts With Us.